That's the person who's signing the contracts, negotiating the deals, making sure that you get paid so that they get their 10% commission. My name is Shania Banson, and I have been a filmmaker for the past 11 years, and I have been a full-time director, writer, and producer for going on 3 years now. And on today's OnSet Talks, I am going to talk about the difference between an agent and a manager. Now, I have neither an agent nor a manager. Is that to say that I think having an agent or a manager will not advance my career? No, I definitely believe that having an agent and a manager will help advance your career because that person will be more connected than you. That person will be able to focus on certain avenues of your career that you may not be able to juggle with your normal day-to-day life. And also sometimes being a creative, you may not be the most business savvy. So having an agent and a manager can be very beneficial to your career. It is not the end all be all, however, and I promise you there are a lot of filmmakers that you may admire to this day that still do not have agents and managers and only really get them when they become valuable enough to these agencies and these management companies that will sign said person, okay? But at the end of the day, do you even know what it means? Do you even understand why some people are requesting that you have an agent or a manager before they talk to you and have certain conversations and even set up a meeting with you? If you don't worry. I'm here to explain it to you. An agent is the transactional person. That's the money person. That's the person who's signing the contracts, negotiating the deals, making sure that you get paid so that they get their 10% commission, okay? That's that person. That is the executor. Your agent is the person who goes out to find you the jobs, that pitches you for the jobs, that sends you on the meetings to book the jobs. They're the person who negotiates that dollar amount for you, that makes sure that you are getting the best deal, the best bang for your buck, the best finalized contract, closing the deal for you. That is your agent. That is the person you call when you want to talk money. That is the person you call when you want to talk opportunity to make sure that you are making money, okay? That is the person you call. But the thing is, you shouldn't call them until you have your manager, because your manager is the person who's thinking long term for you. Your manager is going to go with you the whole way. You may switch out agents from time to time. You may have more than one agent, an agent who focuses on film, an agent who focuses on TV, an agent who focuses on commercial. But your manager, you can have more than one manager, but your main manager will be there with you the entire way. That is the person who connects everything, the person who is thinking long term about your career, understanding the levels that you need to get to throughout your career and the focuses that you need to focus on throughout your career. Your manager is the one who is tapped in. They know what everybody's looking for. They're the one who lets you know that you should focus on TV right now because film is going down the drain. Let's book you some more commercial jobs so that we can build up your notoriety because this brand is looking for, whatever the case may be. That is your manager. They are thinking about you as a person, about what your career development looks like, the things you should be focusing on, how you present in the outside world, how you're being marketed to the outside world and the people who can potentially hire you. That is the person that you have all of those long-term conversations with. You talk to your manager about what you want for your future. And then once you and your manager are aligned on what those things are, that is where you loop your agent in to say, these are the jobs we are looking for. These are the focuses we want. Your manager is thinking about the long-term development of your career, whereas your agent is executing said development in the best ways possible. Now, there are some legal key differences between your agent and your manager. Agents are legally licensed by state. So if you are an agent in New York, you are licensed in New York, meaning that projects that are outside of the New York scope will likely have to be found through an LA agent. So there's agents who find jobs for you in LA, there's agents who find jobs for you in New York, there's agents who find jobs for you in Atlanta, all based off of the state that they are licensed in. But also agents are regulated through unions. So if you're an actor, that is the SAG union. If you're a director, that is the DGA, the Directors Guild of America. It's all different. They're regulated by unions. So they have a whole nother level of rules to pay attention to that managers don't necessarily have to. Honestly, your best friend, your mom, your dad, they can all be your managers, right? They can all be the people who advise you and who you work with on the long-term plans, but then your agent is the person who actually goes and executes that. However, sometimes your manager can act as your agent. However, they are still going to be documented as your manager. Do you understand? So your manager can absolutely go out and negotiate for you. They can absolutely go out and find jobs for you. They also do get a commission of the jobs that you book through them. That is all still through your manager. However, once you are fully established and once you are able to be lucky enough to have a team and build a team and have enough work that a team is required for you to actually stay on track and stay focused, When you are able to have a team, meaning having the manager, the agent, the legal team, all of that, then that is where you need to split those duties. So when people are telling you and or asking you if you have an agent or a manager, that is what they're looking for. If they're talking about your manager, they probably want to talk about what your long-term goals are, who you are as a professional, and where you are looking to go, just to make sure that it's aligned. If they're talking about an agent, they're probably ready to talk about some contracting and negotiating when it comes down to paying you. So really understanding these differences can help you when it comes down to having these conversations. I'm going to do another part where we talk about what the difference is between having an agent and a management and having a team is as a filmmaker versus not.